So in this video, I'm going to talk about focus and how you can apply that in your work, not just for testing, but for software development in general, with examples. So this morning, I created an Instagram video on focus, and it was about how ruthless and efficient can we be if we focus. And it was partly inspired by Monty Python with their Spanish Inquisition sketch. They have three main weapons, well, 4 or 5, but it's surprise, fear, and ruthless efficiency. One of the things... My guitar fell over. So I covered surprise and fear on Instagram earlier in the week. Then it came round to ruthless efficiency. Now, one of the things that happened the day before is I was experimenting with Instagram, because Instagram has an interesting feature where you can't link to anything in Instagram. So what people end up doing is putting in their profile links. And so they'll say in the post, see the link in my profile. And then they'll continually update the link in the profile. I didn't want to do that. What I wanted was a page where I would just say, see the link in the profile. The link in the profile would be the same. And then I would just update this page with things I wanted to link to. So I had this idea for a tool, a big tool that was going to do lots and lots of stuff. But that wasn't really going to help me deliver fast. What helps me deliver fast is focus and being ruthless and efficient. So first of all, I had to scope out the problem. So I scoped out the problem in Instagram by looking at their API. I found a competing product, or a product that I could use to do something very similar, and that looked quite good. It's only $9.99 a month, but I wanted to experiment with more API work, more API libraries, and this building something to help me would also help me learn and improve, and might spin off, because I'm thinking about how do I learn serverless. I could use the kind of stuff that I'm doing here to build serverless apps. But essentially, I was looking through the Instagram API to figure out what I can do. And I had a big list of tasks. But I also noticed that with the Instagram API, there are a couple of things that I can do without needing to set up a developer account. If I use those features, if those features could give me enough information to do what I wanted to do here, then I could get something out fast. And what it fundamentally came down to was 2 API calls. The embed API call, which given an Instagram entity, given an ID for an Instagram, it would pull out the JSON metadata for that. I could parse that, and one which would give me the thumbnail. Using both of those things, I could then create a page like this with the thumbnail from Instagram. I've cached this, and the link to the main thing and the text. And note here in the text, I've parsed this to pull out the tags that are in there. So by focusing, I was able to go, what is the bare minimum? This is like in IT, we have the concept of a minimum viable product. That's what do I need to do to get something out the door now. Now, my minimum viable product could have been a page that just was hard-coded with this information. That wouldn't have been maintainable. So what I decided was I was going to have a minimum viable product where I would have a page that would look for a set of JSON files with the information and then display those. Then, having done that, I hard-coded the JSON for some of the Instagrams. I then wrote a little page that could go and create those JSON files for me. So given a particular ID for an Instagram file, it goes off, gets the JSON information, parses it, then pulls the description. I had that live. That was generating the JSON files. Within half an hour or so, I had something live that was my minimum viable product. Then I wanted to remove the tags. The tags are in here in the normal JSON, but they're not in the final one that I use. So I just wrote a little bit of code to remove that. Then I have a minimum viable product that lets me go live, so that when I have something like this where I add a new Instagram, I can just put the information in there. Then I've got pulling out of the Instagram fold. I can click on this to jump off to the link that I'm promoting when I do this, and I can link back to the original. I have a minimum viable product. It's not particularly good, it's not particularly robust, but it works. I learned a lot about using PHP with curl access to access APIs. I'm now thinking, how can I extend this? I have something to build on, but I've met my basic need, and I did that by focusing in on what is the actual problem that I'm trying to solve. What is the minimum I need to do? I did the minimum enough research to figure out how I could possibly do this in the first place. And that was all an extension of this notion of focus for ruthless efficiency. Work out what your aim and intent are. What is the minimum you need to do to get there? Focus on getting there. Focus on meeting the actual need. You can track all the wants. I've got a big list of wants in my Instagram notes there of how I want to expand this, but that's not my immediate focus. Focus can change every day. Work out what your needs are. Work out what you have to tackle. Figure out how you can do that in a ruthlessly efficiency style with minimum waste. Can you use the tools that you already have? And it's not me, it's not just me that says these things. This is one of the secrets for Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, whatever else you want. The ability to focus and harness your ruthless efficiency is what is really going to make a difference when you're developing software and when you're testing software.